Hello everyone, welcome to part 24 of React.js series that we are doing with the Laravel as backend and React.js at frontend. Okay, so we are going to start working on showing the categories and products, and we are going to make the e-commerce app. We will try to make the e-commerce app. From here, I am going to run my project as well as see React project and the Laravel. So both I am going to run. Okay, so I will go inside my personal folder. This is my project. Okay, ecom 9 is my project, so I'm going to run this project. But first of all, I will make sure that my XAMPP server is running. Okay, so if you have not installed the XAMPP server, then you must install it. Follow the beginning of the series and follow the Laravel 9 series. Okay, you need to take steps to install the XAMPP server and to install the Laravel 9, and then you need to follow the Laravel 9 series to make the multi-vendor e-commerce website. So see here, you can see the database as well as the Apache server are running fine, so it's okay. Now I can run my Laravel 9 project. Okay, multi-vendor e-commerce website that we have made. So I'm going to run this one. We are using this project for the APIs for our React app, PHP artisan uh, serve. Okay, so few of my friends are saying that is it possible to create the e-commerce website without Laravel in React app? No, this is not possible. You need to have some kind of framework. Okay, so see, this is the website that we are building in Laravel 9 multi-vendor e-commerce website, and now we are going to make its app as well. Basic app, not the advanced app. Basic app with basic features. Okay, so like we have done the first series, if you remember, we have done the basic Laravel e-commerce website. After that, we have done the advanced Laravel e-commerce website. Then we are now doing the multi-vendor e-commerce website. So one by one, we keep on moving. So now we are doing the basic React app. This is our first React app. So we are going to make it basic so that everyone can understand. Okay, so now in this video and the upcoming videos, what we are going to do, we are going to create the category menu like this one. Okay, in fact we are going to show the, not the menu exactly, we are going to show the list on the page itself. Okay, we are going to show this list like clothing, electronics, appliances, and under this list we are going to show these categories. Okay, so we are going to do that. Okay, and after that we are going to create another API, and once we will click on like man, then the products will come up like this. Okay, so this one we are going to do for our React app. So first of all, we need to create the APIs. We know that we are using the Laravel as the backend for creating the APIs for our React app. Okay, if you don't want to use Laravel, you can use the Cake PHP, you can use the CodeIgniter, you can use any other PHP framework, or you can even use the .NET. It's your wish. Okay, so we are using the Laravel as the backend. And if you, in case you still don't know about Laravel, and then please follow my Laravel 9 series, follow it from scratch, then learn the Laravel, because otherwise you can just make the static React app that does not have any backend. Just static content will be there, that is of no use nowadays. Okay, so now uh, let's create the API. Okay, we are going to create the listing API like I have told you. This list, we are going to show this list on our React app. So we are going to create the listing API. So that we can create that API, we have the JSON request. We are going to make the get API. Okay, so that is the that is the categories menu API, get API for our React app. So let's start. I'm going to open my project here. Okay, so here I'm going to bring my folder here, and also I'm going to run my repair project here. Okay, so that we can I can able to show that where we are going to show that folder npm start. Okay, so I'm going to open the api.php. So we have already done few of the APIs: register API, login API, updated user API, update user API, and now CMS pages API also we have done. Now we are going to work on the menu API. We can call it like categories menu API. Okay, categories menu API. Okay, in which we are going to fetch the category names. We are going to show, and we are going to make the API like route get. Here we can make it like menu, or we can also show it like the categories names. Okay, so it is your wish. Okay, or we can make it like categories categories list. Okay, or sections, categories, anything. We are giving the menu because it contains the sections as well, it contains uh, uh, the categories as well, so that's why we are going to give here the menu. Okay, after that we're going to create it inside the API controller menu. Okay, so I'm going to open the API controller now, and here I am going to create the menu function, public function. Okay, so here we are going to the categories. See, we are going to fetch from the section. Okay, section, and in section we are having, I think, the already having that categories. Yeah, section has many categories. Okay, so these categories, see, relation is already there. One section can have the many categories. Okay, so we have this relation, so this relation we are going to attach with the section, so that we can fetch the categories as well of the sections. Okay, so here we will simply fetch the categories, and uh, just you can use the get. Okay, so this categories list we are going to return to the app. Then how we can return? We can return in return response JSON. Okay, we always return in JSON to the app. Okay, JSON. And what we are going to do, we are going to put in one categories. Okay, categories like this, categories, and inside this we are going to add these categories. Okay, like this, and with this status code 200, 200 means okay, successful. Okay, okay, so our menu API is ready. So even if you are going to, we are going to run it here, even then it will run like API slash menu. Okay, we can see here. Okay, so it is asking to add, to include the section model. We are going to include the section model here. So now we are going to try once again, and you can see our menu API is running. We able to fetch everything, all the data, but we are going to open in Postman so that we have the clear view of it. Okay, so Postman is the testing tool, like I have told you earlier, also explained you earlier also, that we are going to use it Postman, and also we can use that VS Code also we can use in there. Also we have one software, Thunderbird something, Thunderbird software we are having there. I'm going to open. Okay, so see, I am going to open here the Postman. Now see, APIs. Okay, test APIs. So I am going to create here the new API, add request. Okay, so this is the categories menu API. So same API I'm going to call this one, copy, and we'll paste here, then send. See, this is get API. See, the data here is coming in the good form JSON data. Okay, so see, the category list is here, and inside this list we are having the category name. Here you can see the men, and under that subcategory is also coming. Okay, everything is coming, and this is the section. This one is the section. Okay, we can do it as, like, we can close it like this. Okay, first this clothing. Okay, if you close, the next one is the appliances. One more is the electronics. Okay, second id. Okay, second section. And after that, third section, that is appliances. Under appliances also we have the categories like refrigerators. And if you will check the electronics, under electronics we have the categories like mobiles, smartphones. And if you will check the clothing, we have the categories like men, women. Okay, then men is further having the categories like t-shirts and shirts. Okay, then women is having the categories like tops. Okay, so complete hierarchy of sections and categories will come in this menu. Okay, so we can use this for listing the sections as well as the categories along with their links, along with their url. Okay, so these are really important. Okay, so we are going to use this api for listing the sections as well as the categories on our rect app. Okay, so our api is ready, and we can also run in our vs code where it is. Okay, here. So here also we can run in thunder client. Okay, we can also run it here, new request. And here the same api I'm going to paste here the link and click on send in thunder client. Also see, this api is running fine. You can see its output. So you can either use the postman or thunderbird, thunder client, to test the apis. Okay, so that's all for now. Have a nice time. In the next video we are going to show, we are going to code in our vs code on for our rect app. Okay, we are going to create the component, and then we'll work on this one. Okay, to show on our rect app. Here we are going to show somewhere here. Okay, so that thing we are going to do in our next video, so stay tuned for that. That's all for now. Have a nice time. Goodbye.